Welcome to CCN TV News, your premier source for local and international news. From the streets of Kingston to the capitals of the world, we are ready to cover you stories that shape our world. Stay tuned for breaking news.
The United States has reportedly threatened to revoke the visas of Jamaican officials if they continue to utilize Cuban doctors in the country's healthcare system. This development has far-reaching consequences for Jamaica, affecting healthcare delivery, diplomatic relations, and national sovereignty. 1. Impact on Jamaica's healthcare system. Jamaica has long relied on Cuban medical professionals to fill gaps in its healthcare system, particularly in rural and underserved areas where there is a shortage of local doctors. If Jamaican officials are forced to reduce or eliminate their use of Cuban doctors, the country could face increased pressure on an already strained healthcare system. The shortage of doctors could lead to longer wait times, reduced services, and lower quality care. Higher healthcare costs. Hiring more local or foreign doctors from non-Cuban sources would likely be more expensive than the Cuban government-supported program. Disruptions in medical services. A sudden reduction in available doctors could leave hospitals and clinics short-staffed, directly affecting patient care. 2. Diplomatic and political tensions. The U.S. move to pressure Jamaica on this issue is part of a broader strategy to isolate Cuba. The potential visa revocations could strain U.S. Jamaica relations. Jamaica values its relationship with both the U.S. and Cuba. This ultimatum places the Jamaican government in a difficult position, forcing it to choose between continued cooperation with Cuba or compliance with U.S. demands. Challenge Jamaica's sovereignty. The pressure from the U.S. could be seen as interference in Jamaica's right to determine its own healthcare partnerships. This may fuel nationalist sentiment and calls for greater independence from U.S. influence. Increased tensions within CARICOM. Other Caribbean nations that also use Cuban doctors may see this as a warning, leading to regional discussions about collective responses to U.S. policies. 3. Economic ramifications. Loss of U.S. visas for officials and their families. If the U.S. follows through on its threat, high-ranking Jamaican officials may face restrictions on travel, affecting government-to-government interactions and international business engagements. Potential reduction in U.S. aid and investment. The U.S. could escalate its pressure by limiting financial assistance or trade benefits, negatively impacting Jamaica's economy. Increased dependence on alternative partners. In response, Jamaica may strengthen ties with countries like China or Venezuela, seeking new sources of investment and medical assistance. 4. Public backlash and social reactions. Local protests and political debates. Many Jamaicans appreciate the role Cuban doctors play in their healthcare system. If their removal leads to worsened medical services, there could be public outcry. Political consequences for the Jamaican government. Depending on how the administration responds, there may be domestic political fallout, especially if the government is seen as bowing to U.S. pressure. Conclusion. The U.S. threat to revoke the visas of Jamaican officials over the use of Cuban doctors presents a serious challenge for Jamaica. The country faces difficult choices between maintaining vital healthcare services, preserving its diplomatic relations with both Cuba and the U.S., and asserting its sovereignty. The ultimate decision could have long-term effects on Jamaica's healthcare, economy, and international standing.